yeah. That's a... What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in on today's video. I'm Gabe, and I'm coming to you live from the beautiful city of Bonifacio Global City, or BGC. As you guys saw in my previous video, I have been in the Philippines for the last few weeks now, where I was able to see some pretty cool examples of car spotting in a small city of Batak and some other areas around it. Now I've made my way all the way south to the beautiful capital of Manila, and also I'm kind of just doing this without any sort of agenda. I'm kind of just raw dogging it, if you will, and just walking around the streets and also showing you guys not only the cool car scene, but the cool scene here in BGC as a whole. So without further ado, let's get started with the car spotting. All right, so I think I found my first car of the day here, and if I'm not mistaken, this is a Subaru. It's got a carbon fiber hood, front bumper. It's got a pretty big wing, typical Subaru stuff. Man, BGC is absolutely gorgeous during the day, and this is just like a small fragment of what is to be seen in this beautiful city. Ain't no way, bro. Little taste of home right now. This is a booth here for MG Morris Garage. It's a British brand. And this is actually the Cypster, which is an electric performance car. Looks pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. Very cool. Oh, it's got the billionaire doors. No, it's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's pretty cool. So it's all electric, right? Yes. So I was speaking to one of the representatives at the MG booth over there, and he's like, yeah, MG is a British brand, but they're being made in China now. No wonder they're not being sent to the US. Look at the car I just found right now. Oh my God, this is a taste of home. A Mustang GT. I think that's the first Mustang GT that I have seen here in the Philippines. It is an incredibly beautiful day for car spotting and just walking around, but it is kind of hot though, I will admit. In terms of like weather, I would say it's pretty close to Miami, so if you're from Miami, you'll do just fine over here. Another 911. Oh my gosh, look at this. Dude, this is literally like a bougier Brickell city center. Look at this 360. I can't believe this, man. This is beautiful. That's crazy, guys. Sorry. Could you imagine me pulling up here with my ZL1 or a crazy cool car here and just ripping it down this street with no traffic, or even at night? Oh my God, guys, am I seeing this? Am I seeing this correctly? Oh. I just got baited so hard. This is a Camaro. I don't even know if it's an SS or a V6, but it's got the ZL1 front bumper that looks completely misaligned. It's got the carbon fiber heat extractor here, so that looks pretty legit if the bumper doesn't seem right to you. I imagine that this is a Camaro SS or an LT because of the bigger brakes in the front and the smaller ones in the rear. Now you could also change that too if this was a V6, but the worst part here is the back, bro. So he has the carbon fiber rear diffuser, the quad tip exhaust setup, the ZL1 1LE spoiler. You know, those are all things that the ZL1 could potentially have. This right here is what threw me off. The RS badge. I'm not upset because if this was in the United States, I'd be pissed. Not really pissed, but bothered. But here in the Philippines, seeing this is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. This is pretty cool to see out here, even though it's not a real ZL1. The real way to tell if it's a V6 or V8 is if we start it up, but I'm not waiting around to find out, because I would definitely tell him like, yo, I have a Camaro, not a 6th gen, but I have a Camaro, and that's a huge no-no in America. That's crazy, bro. All right, so now we're leaving the Uptown Center area, making our way back up, you know, other parts of BGC. This base 3 series, give me something. No, it's a 318D, bro. Like, that's some European model stuff. I probably would never see that in America. Look what car we just found. And here we have another Mustang GT. S650 Having a foreign car like that is cool. Now, what's pretty rare is to see a Mustang or a Camaro or something like that in a manual transmission. That is pretty hard to find, and I haven't seen a lot of that. I've usually seen them in automatic. Still a pretty cool find. So we can tell that we're in a very good area because right next to me is the Lamborghini dealership and the Porsche dealership and the Audi dealership and a Bentley dealership. So let's go ahead and do a quick walk around what they have in the inventory, and then we'll head on out.
A few moments later.
We weren't actually allowed to film in there, and for Lamborghini you actually have to have an appointment. But I didn't want to make it like awkward because it was already awkward. They're like, oh, who's this peasant shopping here? Because fun fact, buying a car like this, you have to have twice or 3 times as much more money just because these cars are literally double or triple the price. This GT3 right here is selling for 32 million pesos, which equates to roughly, I would say, $400,000 to $500,000. And that's just the GT3. Right, that's not even the RS. The RS is an extra $150,000, $200,000 more. Here, also in the US, is $200,000. So imagine you have to basically make twice or 3 times as much more to purchase a GT3 here. This SVJ right here that has been sitting there for months, because I've actually seen pictures of this SVJ on Reddit. But that SVJ in dollars, $1.4 million. In United States, an SVJ, it's probably between the 650 to 900,000 depending on the mileage, the specs. When you see a car here, they got money. Like, they really have a lot of money. It's not like in the US that you can finance, you know, put very little down. Financing is a little bit, you know, loose like that. No. They got money here. They got money here. I believe that it was a Mitsubishi Lancer, but don't quote me on that. All right, so this is SM Aura, one of the many SM commercial shopping centers in the Philippines. Looks pretty cool during the day. Curious to see how it's gonna look like at night. Oh my God, bro, what the? Yo, I thought that was a Spark at first, but it ended up being a Kia. Mustang GT, what? Subaru WRX, Porsche Taycan, a Porsche 911, an ND Miata, E63 AMG, what? All right guys, so we made it to 10th Avenue, which is a really great example of these tall, beautiful, modern skyscrapers. And of course, some greenery and some space, some parks where people can just walk around, jog, have a picnic, enjoy and have fun. I'm definitely gonna come out here at night. This is actually one of my favorite parts of BGC, and it's actually one of the few places that I think I would probably find a place to have a condo or something like that, just because it's a little bit further away from all of the busy sounds of BGC. It's also the more affordable options here, considering when you compare it to, let's say, the Uptown Mall. BMW 7 Series. And a Z4 just passed me here. All right guys, so I'm headed back to the Aura shopping center so we can get a cab to go back to the Airbnb where I'm gonna change and then go out car spotting at night. So we have a Macan Oh, he saw me and he's giving it some gas now. These views are something else, man. Yo, this has got to be the nicest jeepney I've ever seen here. Bro, that is like polished, it's clean. That must be like the Rolls-Royce jeepney. McDonald's. Let me tell you, McDonald's literally everywhere outside of the US is better than McDonald's in the US. BMW 5 Series, no 3 Series actually. That's the thing with you BMW guys, bro. Like y'all look the same. Alright, so quick fun fact. Statue behind me, Andres Bonifacio, which is considered to be like the father of the Philippines Revolution. Now more fun car spotting. Lincoln, I don't even know what that is, but it's a Lincoln. It is a foreign. Ya tu sabes. Oh my god, a Maserati Quattroporte GTS. Yo, this is such a rare find to see. Now check out this area here. This is Forbes Tower. And this kind of reminds me a lot of Madrid. Like the lighting, but has a lot of like the Miami downtown vibes as well. Lamborghini Huracan, just chilling. This is the first supercar that I have seen here in the Philippines. Gave me a little startup. It's the Evo too. Wow. Had to do a double take here. I thought it was an M5, but I knew better. And look at the car I just found. A Mustang GT, or Mustang 5.0. Look at this thing, dude. That is so awesome seeing this abroad. Obviously it needs a lot of work done to the hood. I imagine that that's because of paint fade. But damn, bro, seeing one outside of the United States is so... It's so weird, bro. This is a foreign sports car. This is a foreign. And speaking of another foreign, we have a Jaguar XF pulling up now. Okay, yeah, so I know my Jaguar sorta, but it's so cool to see a Mustang GT drop top abroad. Is it a manual? It is not a manual. It is an 8-speed, actually a 10-speed. And look, it has the Euro spec lights as well. Yeah, man, again, it's so funny seeing these cars abroad because in Miami, those are literally rental cars. Maybe not that year, but essentially those cars are rentals there. So here it must be like a fan favorite, if you will. So far, Forbes has been the place to car spot for sure, guys. So put a pin here if you're ever in Manila. Look at the Honda Civic SI over there. Lower two, possibly coilovers. Oh shit, look what's pulling up right in front of me. A Honda Civic Type R. Let's go, dude. And then an Audi Q7, literally like my girlfriend's. That is so funny seeing cars that we have in Miami, literally dime a dozens in Asia. I feel like those Q7s are practical literally everywhere else, but in Europe. It's a nice spec too. White on black interior. I'm in complete disbelief at how gorgeous this city is at night. And this is just a fraction of the city. Let's keep going. All right, guys, so I gotta stop the cap. I'm actually not in Manila. I'm in New York City. Yep. That right there, that's the Empire State Building. I'm sorry. Mercury Drugstore. I find that very ironic. We have cats here too, bro. Cat spotting in BGC, that's crazy. What's this, a Honda? Yeah, it's a Honda. We saw a lot of those type of builds in Batak and the outside parts of Manila. Nice little Range Rover HSC. Oh man, look at this, guys. The Lexus LC 500H. Woo, wow. That is Japanese muscle right there. 5-liter naturally aspirated V8, but it's also beautiful. It's like such a elegant car, both on the outside and the inside. Of course, you know your boy had to get a iced latte at 8 p.m. Well, technically it's 7 a.m. in Miami, where I'm from. So I think it's appropriate to be having a latte at this time, but gonna do a little pan shot here. This is 7th Avenue. Not only is it heavy traffic for cars, but it's also heavy traffic for people as well, because it's a very heavy commerce area. It's one of the many avenues and main streets that we have here in BGC. This right here, Uniqlo, I don't know when, but I'm gonna speak it into existence. I'm gonna collaborate with them one day. GV aspirated X Uniqlo. I think it's gonna happen one day. Yo, the amount of dogs, the amount of stray dogs and cats that just roam around this city, it's astonishing. You just don't see that in Miami. All right, so enough yapping. Let's see what cool cars we can find stuck in this Sunday night 7th Avenue traffic. Wait, side note, this coffee's really good actually. I'm gonna be honest, guys, I don't think we're gonna see any cool cars that are brave enough to get stuck in this traffic on purpose. Now, if this was Miami, yeah, people would try to cut it close with the rental times. But I feel like here in Asia and some other parts of the city, the wealth speaks very softly here as opposed to Miami, because Miami is right now the hub for showing off and just being the center of attention. Here it's a very quiet, at least what I have seen. Most of the times that I've actually approached supercar owners or has seen somebody with a nice car, they're incredibly reserved about being on camera or even revving it at some points. The only time that I actually got a reaction from somebody that was truly really excited was when I was at that car show, but you know, everybody's on the same vibe there. This is actually the same area where I stayed at the beginning of my trip. I was able to find this place without having to use Google Maps because I literally have no service here. I have to connect to Wi-Fi in order for me to communicate and to search for directions. And let me tell you, I have been able to navigate around BGC so far while being here, and I think that's just a it's a weird type of flex that not many people really get to say that they can do. So we walked all the way up 7th Street to the end of the Bonifacio High Street. So if we go all the way down, it's literally just an avenue only for people to walk in to access stores, restaurants, and other places to indulge. And actually, one of the places that I wanted to show you guys is over here. There's plenty of green, plenty of space, plenty of outdoor activity amongst, you know, the young people, the older people. And if you look behind me, you have your big city, you know, your massive towering skyscrapers. We came here during the day, but at night, I mean, I've already said this before, but I'm honestly so shocked and so blessed to have been able to have this opportunity to come here. We're gonna need to come back for sure. I don't know when I'm gonna come back because the flights here are kind of expensive, and also the adjustments in time can be a little bit difficult to adjust to, but when you're here and you've been spending some time, it's so much fun. And for car spotting and car related content, I definitely plan on doing more. There we go, a little G-Wagon. We got a lot of those in Miami, all right? We got a lot of those. I've always disliked how expensive they are, but when you realize the amount of presence and aura that a G-Wagon has. Oh, it's a G63 too. And it's a G63 AMG at that. That is nice. So we have a Porsche Cayenne, another Land Rover, Range Rover. Now I'm walking through what seemed to be like another corporate slash commercial park. I'm sure during the week it probably gets very packed. It's like I'm unfolding a new layer of exciting new things to see here in BGC, man. Hey, a Jeep Wrangler, let's go. But yeah, guys, this is it's been a really labor-intensive walk around the city, but I'm just surrounded by the nighttime beauty of BGC, and thank God we're doing this during the evening, because during the day, oh my gosh, it is it is devious. And here we have a BRZ. Hey, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? I want to see your car. Hold up, hold up, hold up. I think I would have one of those, a BRZ FRS or Toyota 86. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna run after that guy, but cool find. Oh shit, what is that? Oh my gosh, man. Such an insane sound. I want to do a video, maybe when I get back to Miami, or a review or POV drive with that car, because yeah, that's a 5-liter naturally aspirated V8. The rice stang, if you will. It's so funny that most people walk on this side, but me as a car spotter, you know, we gotta be right on the extreme. You know, as somebody that frequently car spots, I am always not only visually looking for cars, but my auditory reception is like heightened completely, because I'm always like, I hear any sound at all, whether it's a bike or a V12 or anything, I'm like so here's an interesting find for all of my luxury utility SUV slash trucks. The Land Rover Defender, very nice car, extremely popular in Miami, but those wheels, no. I want to film some content with a Defender in the city and then the outside or the off-roading experience. That's what Land Rover is all about, right? So not a really exciting find, but this is a Cadillac Escalade. I mean, it's a foreign car here, right? It's a foreign. Yo, a Lamborghini, you're not a Urus. So this is one of the luxury hotels throughout the Philippines, and we actually had a dinner at one of their hotels in Boracay, which is a very touristy island, well, one of the islands in the many islands in the Philippines. But maybe next time we come to the Philippines, we don't stay in an Airbnb, but we stay at the Shangri-La, right? I'm sorry, I'm cooked, okay? I've been walking a lot, I'm tired. So now that we've kind of gotten to like more of a quiet area, I kind of want to talk a little bit about some of the things that I have observed. A lot of people here are super inquisitive, more of the youth, but a lot of people here are super inquisitive of, you know, what is it that I'm doing? Who am I? You know, what am I filming? Stuff like that. And I just don't get a lot of that in the United States. I feel like a lot of people there are, ironically, it's such a popular thing to do, especially in Miami, but people just don't give a fuck in Miami. Like here, they're so much more welcoming to know a little bit more about you. Maybe that's a cultural thing, I don't know, but I feel kind of like at home here. I don't know if that makes sense. And even in the smaller town of Badak, you guys saw in the video, people were like treating me like I was somebody, like a celebrity in a way. But I mean, it's just because, you know, I look very different and I'm doing something that's not very conventional there. Something that really is comforting about the Philippines so far has been just the acceptance and the interest that people have taken in what I do for a living. So that's pretty cool. All right, guys, so we are right back where we started from before with that McDonald's. I guess so we're now approaching the place where I'm staying. It's been several hours of car spotting throughout the day, and I just want to take this time to basically conclude and just to recap all of the crazy and exciting moments of this vlog. And honestly, guys, you know, in all of my time traveling, there is no place like Miami in terms of car spotting or cat spotting. No, I'm kidding. Definitely this is a place for cat spotting. Miami's just an entirely different animal when it comes to car spotting. And here in Manila, what I've noticed is that for every, I would say 60 cars that you see, you'll probably see about 5. Whereas in Miami, I would say for every 60 cars you'll probably see like 20. So the ratio is completely different. And it's been a really productive day for me, not just for, you know, car spotting and doing the main focus of this channel, but also for me to get familiar with BGC both during the day and at night. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Helps tremendously with the algorithm. If you guys enjoy my content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And last but not least, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future car spotting videos or any sort of car content on the channel. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.